Once again, one of the oldest running leagues on Green Flying TV gets set to rumble to life. Welcome to January. Welcome to 2025. Welcome to the world center of racing. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ola Rempel, bringing you all of racing action from start to finish. This is Daytona. This is the season opener of the OMSRL Cup Series. Boy, oh boy, how good is it to finally be back on Tuesday nights, and what a time it is going to be this afternoon. Two 10-lap duels followed up by a 150-mile, 60-lap sprint for us this afternoon. And all of this is going to be leading to an absolutely wild show throughout the course of the afternoon. There you can see your event format over on the right side of your screen. Top two get locked onto the front row from qualifying, and from there, Duel 1 sets the inside row. Duel 2 sets the outside row. And it is going to be a barn burner to see who might come out on top of the season opener this afternoon. Your calendar entering this year, we kick it off at Daytona with the 60-lap, 150-mile run. It's another 150-mile trip. First down to Homestead Miami Speedway, then to the Phoenix Raceway, then Las Vegas. It's a swing back east when we go racing once again at Daytona, this time on the road course layout, followed up by a trip to the Keystone State as the Tricky Triangle will play host to round number 6. A one-week break on February 18th will see us return to the Martinsville Speedway with a run to the Magic Mile immediately after to close out the first half of the year. From there, March 11th, we'll play host to the Chicagoland Speedway. Rockingham Race will be out on March 18th with Kentucky Speedway closing out the month of March, and then closing out the championship, it's Darlington, Talladega, Charlotte, Iowa, and Auto Club. Critically, this season switching to a year-end points format, which is going to make this an absolutely insane drive to the end. Previously, they've used playoff systems, they've used chase systems, and today they are going to be using an all-new point, well, not quite, a bit of a blast of the past, but the old-fashioned, just a straight shot to the points. Whoever's got the most points at season's end is your champion. Big names entering today. Spencer Ray trying to see if he can go and become a 4-time repeat champion. Right now, he's got 3 on the cards, and he's trying to see if he can go for 4, kicking off a win here at Talladega. Would be critical him for this afternoon. Meanwhile, a bunch of other drivers are having their first starts this afternoon. Rookie drivers include Colby Muse, Adrian Loya. Other drivers are returning like Sean Bounty, Mark Brannigan Jr., Robert Peterson wants to make a return. Drivers like Jonathan Casepier are making their first entrances as well. Defending title contenders Connor LaFrance, Ryan Dingler, and more are back to party in the midst of this. So there is so much that is yet to be decided, but right now, the battle stands in qualifying to see who might just come out on top with the top 2 rows this afternoon. Sean Bounty and Tommy Gossett right now both lead the way. You can see other drivers in the midst of this trying to see who can get a chance to go for provisional pole. We're in for the number 2 spot to put themselves on a pole position. David Farmer only good enough for 5th fastest on the day in his first qualifying session. Adrian Loya making his way down to the start-finish line, this time by the Discount Tire number 2 Ford Mustang. Currently sits 36th on the boards. Where does this lap put him? Only good enough for 32nd. What about Justin Wilson coming across the start-finish line? Does he have anything for the top bunch? No. He will only go to 25th. Here comes Colby Muse. Right now, bottom of the barrel, 38th in qualifying. Trying to put himself up through the order on his first start, 21st, but not nearly close enough for pole position. So all of that will take us to the end of qualifying this afternoon with no other drivers. Well, we might get one. I think Jacob Noyes might be able to get 1 lap in at the buzzer, but it will not be enough for pole position. It will only, in fact, be good enough for 3rd and 9th, very bottom of the list. But that takes us now to the first ever duel we've had here with this league in a good long while. So let's take a rundown of that starting grid. This and see who lines up from 3rd on back. And right now, it is Spencer Ray, 3-time repeat defending champion, For All-American Motorsports on the front row. David Farmer's alongside him, just 100th off the mark, down in second. James Silvers, another rookie for Cornerstone Motorsports, is back in third with Nathan Shivler from the Carolinas in fourth. Connor LaFrance, Eastern Stars Motorsports driver, in fifth, with Gage Teth for Apex Racing in sixth. Badger Racing's Grant Peterson starts alongside former champion contender Tyler Grinnell. Jaron Kuno will start in ninth for LGR Motorsports alongside Colby Muse, with Mark Brannigan Jr. in 11th. Jonathan Casebeer for MC Motorsports is in 12th, alongside Dallas Holscher. Matt Cherry for Badger Race will be in 14th place, alongside Blaine Brink out of the Northwest. Eric Parson out of the Prairie States is in 16th. Terrell Wheeler for LGR Motorsports is in 17th, with Scott Thomason for Scott Thomason Racing in 18th. Then it's Jacob Noyes and Sean Kaiser bringing up the rear. So 20 cars gritting on up, just waiting now on one more, and then we'll get set to set this race alight, and we'll get our first laps of racing action in. It is going to be two 10-lap duels this afternoon, and on those 10-lap duels, caution laps will be counted if we get them, but they are going to be significantly shortened to ensure that we can get back to green flag racing as quickly as possible. There will be no overtime attempts either throughout the course of the duels, which is going to make for an interesting dynamic. We could have a possibility of duels finishing under caution if it is late enough in the game. You can see the field working their way around. The main race today will be, of course, of 60 laps, and that will have 3 green-white checkered attempts near the end of the day. But for now, we see drivers making their way around the high banks of turns 1 and 2. We are ready to do battle for the World Center of Racing. A lot of rookies in the field, but of course it's the main man himself, Spencer Ray, that has got to try and see if he can start this thing off strong for the Shields number 6. Breaking away from the RC Cola colors that we saw throughout all of season number 7, and looking to see what he's going to be able to do for us here this afternoon. So the field going to work their way off of turn numbers 3 and 4. And it will be in the hands of Spencer Ray. Pace car pulls off. We're to the Geico Restart Zone. The OMSRL Cup Series season in 2025 is officially underway. Good getaway. Spencer Ray down low initially, but here comes Farmer already trying to size up something on the top side of the racetrack, and already a pretty big separation in the pack. You see Blaine Brink started to lose touch with the leading pack, and from Jonathan Casebeer on back, they have just dropped off big time. So this looks like it could very well be a 10-horse race up in front. Farmer up top, Ray down low, the main pushers, Silvers and LaFrance, bottom and top lines respectively. That second pack going to get itself single filed out quickly. We're going to try to draft back up to the main runners here. And it looks like they will be able to keep from losing that draft, but they were not far off of it. And that can be a very nervous thing to be watching happen for you here this afternoon. But right now, first lap in the books for duel number 1 this afternoon. One more will be on the cards immediately following racing action here. Again, this is the set inside line from third on back. There you see Silvers, and how about this? Gage Taft looking for 3 wide up top. Oh, one car hard into the wall. Sean Kaiser spins down into the infield. He's going to take Eric Parson with him. They're both going to go into the grass, and I think, oh, we got more problems. Big crash up in turn 4. as that is Jacob Noyes, that is Nathan Shiflett, both involved. So caution number 1 on the day. We'll start first with what happened on the back straightaway with Sean Kaiser. Working off of turn numbers 3 and 4 as Kaiser gonna jump up to the top, I think, and just clears himself across Colby Muse. Muse did absolutely nothing wrong there, and then Shiflett just got turned, I think, by the 54 hard into the outside wall, and man, Muse again just about got involved. Another car took a vicious lick into the outside fence. So take another look. Rewind, working down to 3 and 4. You see the Ream car up top, and yeah, 54 just drifted up a little bit, hooked the 55 into the outside wall, and then there's the heavy hit for Scott Thomason. Not the afternoon that Thomason was hoping to have. Pretty much had this thing missed, and oh boy, you saw him just avoid the initial incident down low, and then he's going to see this develop up the road. Has to cut down low, but then gets unsettled on the transition and a heavy lick into the fence. So that puts us under the caution flag for the first time tonight. And they will shorten this yellow. Should be 1 lap to green this time around. Try to get one more look on board from the rear end here. Well, from the air, sorry. That whole mess coming down off of turn number 2. Watch Kaiser and that camera to truck parts number 24 just makes a cut to the outside. He did get to the back of the 8. I think they might have been checking up, and he might have been trying to react to it, and just didn't go his way. And then, man, the 14 and the 54 both drifted up there, and that was Matt Cherry that took out Shiflett. And then Scott Thomason with that heavy lick into the outside wall. It's a nasty, nasty impact, but overall, could have been a lot worse. Advantages of that happening at the tail end of the field, I suppose. So Spencer Ray will still be your race leader. Connor LaFrance has jumped to the outside. James Silvers and Grant Peterson will be lining it up on row 2 with Jared Kuno and David Farmer on row number 3. "20 cars started this first duel. 19 of them are still on the racetrack. 19 on the lead lap. Nathan Shiflett down and out for the night. Well, not quite for the night. He'll be starting his race with the tail of the field on that inside row. Got about a lap and a half in there. 6 laps will be left. Iverson pace car ducks into pit road, and duel 1 back underway. Whoa, look out! Colby Muse spinning the tires, something fierce off the line. He's going to drop all the way back. Tail end of the field for Muse. He'll tuck in behind Eric Parson. That could spend an end to Muse's competitive hopes, as he's already lost a second from Parson alone. There is some big problems on that race car as he is struggling to get that thing back up to speed. You can hear that car down on power, and you can just see everyone pulling away in front. It is game over unless he gets another lucky caution to get himself back into the fight. Single filing out now as we head to the inside. Tyler Grinnell not content to lie in wait. He's going to jump to the top side. He's going to take Mark Brannigan Jr., ESM teammate, with him up top. And one more, Connor LaFrance. Sorry, no, that's Dallas Holscher tagging on the rear. LaFrance jumps over the bottom side. Farmer jumps up. Whoa, no, there we go. Crashing, entering turn number 1. Spencer Ray, the 3-time repeat champion, is in the wall. And that will slow us down. That's the caution that Colby Muse was hoping for. That sees Connor LaFrance now through to the lead of the race. Nasty incident there, though. As we will jump back, see what happened to Spencer Ray. Ray was single file here. David Farmer behind him is, excuse me, is this just a bad bump potentially? You see a bit of a 3-car pack back there. Oh yeah, bad bump. Just hooked him. Right rear, heavy hit in the outside wall into the 84. David Farmer catching a big piece of that as well. Ray goes back into the outside wall. Again, though, good job on the field for avoiding that for the most part. I don't know what the thought process there was from Farmer. Just kind of got up on the right rear and leaned on him a bit too much. Ouch. Right aboard with Farmer. Sorry, Silvers. Right on board with Silvers. Jeez. The Conor LaFrance just managed to sneak through the middle. This is what happened to him. Woo, talk about going for it. He was gunning for the lead there. Was forced to top back in line. He will now be at the back of lap number 3. Well, back of caution number 2 here. He'll be in third. That's the point here. So caution flag again out for the second time in this opening duel here this afternoon. We're going to be bringing up one of the drivers here that's due to start in Duel 2. See what his thoughts are on this so far. Ryan, you've been watching on with Duel number 1 here so far. Have you been taking notes for the second duel coming up here in just a few moments? Overall, you reckon things are going to get cleaned up when we get around to that main race, or is this a trend that might be continuing? All right, we're about to go green here, so we'll let you get back to watching, and who knows? Good luck in duel number 2 here, coming up in a few. Ryan Dinkler from the Badger Racing crew will be starting midfield in the second duel this afternoon. He mentioned an incident under caution. I did see something. I didn't think much of it, but let's take a look. This is Matt Cherry here. Oh, wow! Just turned by the LGR Motorsports, number 14 of Blaine Brink. That's one of the rookies. I don't know, just not paying attention, maybe? See Matt Cherry getting right in the back. I don't know what that was all about. If I didn't know better, I would say that was intentional, but they haven't really been near each other all race. Interesting sights there. Another caution, if we get this, will end duel number 1. So we are hoping we can make it back to the white flag under green flag conditions. Green flag coming back out in the air this time by James Silver, David Farmer, 2 rookies on the front row as we take off towards turn 1. Farmer immediately cuts into the low side of the racetrack. Farmer sitting just behind. So Silvers, Farmer, LaFrance, Greneau, Brannigan for the top 5. They're going to jump up top again, trying to make it back. We don't have overtime in these first 2 duels. So this could very easily end under caution here. If they're not careful, entering turn 3. 3 wide, middle of the field. That's Brave. Look out for the LGR 22. Jared Kuno all over the shot. Almost turned by his teammate in the 14. It's getting aggressive at Daytona, but we will make it back to the white flag. Grant Peterson trying to find a hole. He's been put to the outside wall. Spinning, crashing. Coming down to the turn numbers 3 and 4, 1 and 2. Big mess up the track. Multiple cars, they're still chunking him up all the way through 2. Carson just not holding the brakes. Brakes, guys. What are we doing here? Still crashing all the way through 2. Hard into the inside wall for Parson. Farmer out in front as they enter turn 3. Greneau side by side with Silvers up top. Connor LaFrance seeing if he can't go up, trying to push teammate clear. Farmer goes up to block. Greneau goes down low. Here they come side by side. LaFrance up top. Greneau though snipes the win from 3rd, and he'll start 3rd place in the main event coming on up in just a few moments. Massive crash though, as it came down to it there. That wreck, frankly, went on a lot longer than it had any business. So Tyler Greneau done and dusted for duel number 1. We got 1 in the books, 1 more to go. Just waiting now on the final results to come on in, and here are those results up on screen now. This is duel number 1. Your inside row is set with Greneau, Farmer, LaFrance, Silvers, Holscher, then Brink, Noyes, Ray, Wheeler, and Muse, Brannigan, Peterson, Thomason, Kaiser, Cherry, Kuno, Parson, and Teft. Close out the field. Jonathan Casebeer wiped out on that last lap crash. Shiflett out just 2 laps in. So duel 1, again, in the books. Time to get things sorted for duel number 2. Duel 2 gets set to line on up. Here is the starting grid for the second duel this afternoon. Brett Rucker starts on the pole for MF Motorsports alongside Primetime Racing's Daily Hazard, only 4th thou off the mark. Matt Rucci will start in 3rd alongside Cole Freilich. Ryan Dingler in 5th, Josh Whiteman in 6th. Austin Gassion, big-time contender, not without controversy. He's currently on probation for the duration of the season due to some antics had in the last 2 races last season. Austin McColgan is in 8th, Scott Griffin is 9th with Zachary Kreischer closing out the top 10. From there, Stefan Brissell is in 11th with Justin Wilson in 12th. Peterson, Ames, Swafford, Loya, Morton, and Kroll close out the field. So all of that will take us through, and a wild ride indeed. Was hoping to be able to get the chance to talk to Tyler Greneau, the Duel 1 winner. It does not appear, though, like he is available for comment at the moment. So you can see everybody now making their way out of pit road as Duel 2 is set to kick off. Twenty cars lined up in duel number 1. 20 cars will line up in duel number 2. Hunter Thrower did not make the call, so we're already down to just 19. Notable returning driver here, Matt Rucci, the number 88. Used to be a longtime Badger Racing competitor. Made his departure back when these guys were still running the Xfinity Series over 3 seasons ago. Making a long-awaited return to the OMSRL Cup Series. Only running part-time, though, this season for the USPS number 88 Chevy Camaro. Again, we talk about Ryan Dingler. We spoke to him a little while ago. Understood potentially he was not coming through on that interview, but he was mentioning he wasn't quite taking notes, just kind of sit back, watch the chaos. He's hoping that these guys have paid attention to that race and have tried to get themselves sorted, and this race will be a little bit more organized. But one way, wait and see, is to see how this race could pan out. Got a rookie, David Hassan, the Adidas number 75 Toyota Camry up top. So inside row is set, outside row due to be set this time around from 4th on back. Pace cars off into the restart zone. Green flag up in the air. We're back underway at Daytona. Pretty good launch, all things considered. The few cars losing touch at the tail end as Wilson, Kroll, Loya, and Hobbs have already lost the leading pack by good 3/4 of a second. They cannot get it doubled out there, and that is hurting them big time, but still doubled out throughout most of the rest of this pack here as the field works their way around. And it will be Davey Hazard clearing from the top shelf. He will lead lap number 1 this afternoon. Cole Freilich, big-time competitor from last season, giving him a big shot to the shorts. Josh Whiteman, another rookie, running in third, and they're trying to build up a gap here from fourth on back. If they remain double file, it is a gap that could come about and go their way. Brett Rucker and Ryan Dingle are in the mix. They see Rucci leading the outside line. He's right now being pushed by that 51 Sportsnet Camry of Austin McCullough, but that outside groove, no momentum right now. Now jumping up top is going to be Ryan Dingler along with Noah Swafford. So that outside lane trying to find some momentum going for it, but there's just not a lot to it. There you go, Cole Freilich making the move for the lead. Freilich leads lap number 2 as he gets to the outside of Davey Hazard. Already a much cleaner start to this race. 2 lanes working equally together, and then further down the field, Kroll, Hobbs, Loya, and Wilson are kind of on their own. Well, in fact, Justin Wilson has even lost this pack. He is way in the back. Now Brett Rucker jumps low. Freilich tries to block. There's no room, though. Freilich forced to stay up on the high side of the racetrack. Davey Hazard will remain the pusher for now. An aggressive blocking attempt there from Freilich, trying to cut off the run, but did so way too late, and that's going to allow for Rucker to get the drive going. So Freilich, Rucker, Hazard, Dingler, Whiteman, Gassione for the top 3 rows right now. 3 down, 7 to go. 2 down, 7 to go, sorry, as this pack continues to work its way around. You gotta wonder, will this duel fall apart? It's only gonna take one car trying to go 3 wide, and there you see it, Matt Rucci. Looking to make the move up top, goes 3 wide, breaks around Gassione. Dingler, Matt Rucci's Badger Racing teammate, going to keep him at bay from behind. So Rucci moves up 1 position on a bold 3 wide pass to get around the FedEx number 11. Oh, a lot of wiggling going around on that outside lane. Some drivers starting to get a little bit antsy. These duels are not long. They can fly by. You got to make sure that you keep your wits about you, because this is just a prelude to the 60-lap, 150-mile race that we're going to be getting later on this afternoon once all is said and done here. Halfway home, 5 down, 5 to go, still caution-free in Duel 2. Overall, though, a much more organized field here. I am seeing a lot of familiar names in this pack here, so I think a lot of drivers are a lot more confident running around each other. Quite a few of the rookies were packed up in duel number 1, just from sheer coincidence. Justin Wilson abandoning his hopes for a good run in duel number 2. He is pulling at pit road. He will be calling it, and he'll be starting at the back along with Hunter Thrower and Nathan Shiflett and more. Oh, big bobble from the inside that last time through. Cole Freilich still working the high side. Ryan Dingler looking up the middle, and Dingler put 3 wide in the middle. No one goes with him. And a gamble from Dingler goes wrong. He'll have to link up with Gassione. Oscar McColgan is still trying to find something with 3 wide around the outside. Peterson trying to find something with 3 wide around the outside. But with no help, I think McColgan's going to drop like a stone here before too long. Something is going to go awry here in the closing stages, and you know there's probably going to be, at the very least, a last lap crash, but a crash now would see this duel end under the yellow flag, I'm pretty sure. 3 laps to go. Dingler up top, blocks Rucker. Rucker cuts back down low. Freilich can't go down and cover both lanes. He'll have to stick to the high side. Matt Rucci going to go up with them. Nobody wants to start too deep in the midfield here. They know you want to be up front. Oh, trouble! Look out! The 11 spinning in the middle of the pack. Gassione goes around, and that will be it for duel number 2. So Brett Rucker takes the dub this afternoon. This is what happened to Gassione on the backstretch. Just got hooked by Robert Peterson right into the middle of the field, spun around. Probably would have taken out Barry Morton if he didn't blink out there. Goes around, and man, an aggressive duck. Not sure who that was that cut to the inside of him. That was Scott Griffin for the Scott Thomason Racing crew. Right on board with him. This is going to be a pretty wild sight for the 39. Talk about heads-up drive. He did everything he had to do to get around that. Beautiful work from that 39 Chevy. Might get a 1-lap dash in. I'm not sure if that's going to work with the cautions. Brett Rucker right now, running in that 69 entry. Seeing what he can do with it. Try to bring one more driver up into the broadcast booth here as we'll bring up Nathan Shiflett. Unfortunately crashed out early in duel number 1, and Nathan, not the bout that you were hoping to have this afternoon. Kind of talk us through your view of what happened there on lap 2 of duel 1. Mr. Shiflett, MF Motorsports, do you got a copy? Do not. Okay, Nathan Shiflett might be away and getting some things sorted for the main race this afternoon. So we will move him back down. Well, sometimes you get him, sometimes you don't. So not quite clear if we're going to get an overtime attempt. We were not supposed to. We are right now working, I think, about lap... Oh, this is supposed to be the last lap of the duel right here. I think we're, yeah, we're working lap 10. But still showing 3 to go on the scoring pylon, so it looks like we might get an overtime attempt here, a bit unexpectedly. So we'll wait to see what's going to happen here as we make our way through. This should be the checkered flag here, in theory, but still showing 3 to go, and I'm a bit confused as to how this could go. If there is an overtime attempt, we just add on 2 laps and we go again. Well, lights have gone out. And they're going to double him up. I think they're going to let him go here. So yeah, we'll have a 2-lap dash, it looks like, to close things out. That was not the intention, but I don't think anybody's going to complain about getting a bit of extra racing in here. We will have 2 laps to decide this. Brett Rucker on top. Davey Hazard alongside. Cole Fraley is in third. Josh Whiteman in fourth. Swafford and Rucci on row 3. Still within the time limit of this duel, so it does make sense why iRacing would allow for this overtime attempt to go on ahead. Pace car is off. Into the Geico restart zone. 2 laps to go in duel number 2. Brett Rucker jumps on the loud pedal. Hazard with a good charge up top with Whiteman clears across the nose of Brett Rucker. That was a very brave move, though, to get down the inside. Now trying to block both lanes. One goes to the wall, one goes to the apron. Fraley caught in the middle. Nowhere to go for the 15. He's going to push the 17 up top. Swafford to the DuPont 17 Camaro up to the high side of the racetrack. Still 3 wide off of turn number 4. Do we make it to the white flag? Rucker trying to find a way through, but there's no dice. White flag is out, this time by Whiteman takes us down to the final lap. 3 by 3 by 3 as they work their way into turn numbers 1 and 2. This time by side for the lead, almost as Swafford trying to get something going. Now 3 wide for the lead. Fraley up the middle, being shoved by Matt Rucci. Fraley through the middle, 1 car sliding out behind. Look out, now we got a mess. Multiple cars going around to the back straightaway. Ames up and into the air. McColgan into the outside wall. Still coming around through turn numbers 3 and 4. Oh, hard hit in the outside wall. The 10 absolutely bodies it. That was Josh Whiteman. Fraley blocks high. He's turned into the wall. Rucci cuts down low. Rucci slides into the ground. He's turned. Fraley hangs on, but only by the smallest of margins for the W. They crash after the checkered flag. And Duel 2 comes to a bloody, fiery end. What a ride. As that finish found 3-4 different wrecks in the span of just 1 lap. Boy, what a drive. It started out well, but there was still the main race coming on up. There you see the number 10 car. Josh Whiteman trying to limp back to the line. He is the only car we are waiting on at this point, and it does not look like he will get the chance to make it back. So, Barney, my friend, I think you can stop waving the flag now. I don't think he's going to get there. So, oh, he's still trying. He's still there. Try as he may, though, not going to be enough. You can see that car limping, and stopped. All right, game over for Game over for Whiteman. You'll have to come back in the main event coming on up in just a little while. Here are the Duel 2 results. With Cole Fraley taking the win by 0.05 of a second. Ryan Dingler was in second. Kroll was third, Swafford in fourth, Purcell in fifth, Morton in sixth. Rucci got turned, was in the lead entering the tri-oval, but he will end up dead bottom of the list of that leading pack there as he'll finish 7th place. Adrian Loya was in 8th with Davey Hasden in 9th. Brett Rucker crashed on the final lap. He'll bring it up in 10th along with Robert Peterson and Scott Griffin. Austin McColgan, Ames, and Hobbs were the last cars to finish on the lead lap. Whiteman, Kreischer, and Wilson crashed out on the final lap with Gassion 6 down, and Hunter Thrower did not make the start for duel number 2. Boy, what a wild ride, though, all throughout the first 2 duels here this afternoon. And now, 60 laps, 150 miles of racing action getting set to kick off in just a few short moments. That was a wild finish. Let's get a quick word in here with Cole Fraley, the winner now of duel number 2. Cole, it's got to feel good, but boy, you had to get the elbows out on that final lap. Talk us through it.
Well, there was a lot of beating and banging. I hit a stealth car. I hit a 69 car. I hit everything but the hot dog stand getting there. But yeah, that was a good run to the finish there. I thought I lost it off of 4 there because I got turned into the wall making a bad block. Suddenly he went spinning, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm still gonna win anyway. So yeah, that worked out good. I mean, main race should be fun.
Main race should be fun. It's coming up in just a moment. We'll let you get back to it. Good luck out there.
All right, appreciate it.
Cole Fraley, we'll move him on back down. And, well, with that, we are just moments away from getting the first laps of green flag racing on the season in. So we're going to take ourselves with a quick step back. Here are your opening ceremonies, and we'll return with the starting grid. Cars are gridding on up, and what a wild ride is set to be this afternoon. 42 cars are ready to rumble from the world's center of racing. Started on pole position this afternoon, it is Sean Bounty alongside Tommy Gossett with Tyler Grinnell back in third, and Cole Fraley, the 2 dual winners on row number 2. Row 3 holds David Farmer and Ryan Dingler. Row 4 with Connor LaFrance and Maxwell Kroll. Row 5 with rookie James Silvers alongside contending veteran Noah Swafford. Dallas Holscher, another rookie in 11th alongside Stephen Purcell. Rookie Blaine Brink in 13th with Bear Morton in 14th. Jacob Noyes back in 15th. Matt Rucci making his long-awaited return in 16th. Spencer Reyes 17th with Adrian Loya rounding out the top 18. From there, Terrell Wheeler and Davey Hazard on row number 10. Colby Muse in 21st. Brett Rucker in 22nd to close out the top half of the field. Then it's Mark Brannigan Jr., Robert Peterson, Grant Peterson, and Scott Griffin, Scott Thomason, and Austin McColgan, Sean Kaiser, and Nathaniel Ames. Matt Cherry, Jeremiah Hobbs on 31st and 32nd for row number 16, sorry. Jared Kuno, Josh Whiteman, row 17. Row 18 holds Eric Parson and Zachary Kreischer. Row 19, Gage Kemp and Justin Wilson. Row 20 with Jonathan Casevier and Austin Gassion. With Nathan Shiflett and Hunter Thrower rounding out the field. So a long way ahead of us here on Tuesday night as the field working their way into turn numbers 1 and 2, sorry. And I'm excited. Daytona is always wild. It's a special, special place. Everybody wants to get the win at Daytona International Speedway. There is just something about it that invites this absolute intensity about it. You know for a fact that a lot of drivers are going to have a great time this afternoon. Adrian Loya, Austin McColgan, and Ryan Dingler all making starts from pit road this afternoon. Hunter Thrower did not make the starting call this afternoon. Sean Bounty, Tommy Gossett, haven't talked about them all that much, but that's a good thing up to this point because that means they were 1-2 in qualifying. Sean Bounty was not sure if we'd be seeing him this afternoon. Had to get some things sorted regarding membership, but he is back and ready for more. With the Rebel Racing number 34 car. Had a good drive earlier on this in his career in season number 6. And now looking for more at the start of Season 7. The iRacing pace car will pull down and into pit road, this time by... Time to welcome the OMSRL Cup Series back proper with the first race in 2025 to the Geico Restart Zone. Green flag drops. Go, go, go at Daytona! Off of turn number 4, Tommy Gossett leads the way as he will take lap number 1 to green this afternoon of 60. Cole Fraley working to the inside line. Kroll bound to the main pushers, but already a second pack forming with Scott Griffin and David Holscher leading that second train right now from about 16th on back. Top 16 still double file as we hit the back straighter for the second time today. One car jumping down to the low side. That's Adrian Loya, the Midwest Motorsports driver. Oh, no, sorry, this is a different discount tire car making his way to the bottom side of the racetrack. That is the number 12 of Jeremiah Hobbs running the Mustang. My apologies there. So Hobbs jumping back to the back end of the racetrack. Fraley will take the lead back at the end of lap number 2. And this race will officially enter the midway phase. Now you can see that second pack, after they got themselves single-filed out a little bit, they're starting to get some momentum going here. Jacob Noyes, Nathaniel Ames, Blaine Brink, and Spencer Ray leading the charge to try and push these guys back towards the front end of the field. And that is why we see them hitting the back straightaway in force, trying to really get something working with them here. You're right on board with a 3-time repeat champion Spencer Ray out of Rolla, Missouri. And whoa, boy, heads up as the 39 car with a big checkup, and that's going to bring this pack right back into the fray here this afternoon. So Gossett still leading the way, but now Maxwell Kroll trying to become the first, lead his first laps of the season. Kroll to the inside, he takes the spot away from the number 80. Fraley trying to find his way through the middle groove as still double file, and I'm not expecting to see too much in the way of too many aggressive moves. I mean, these guys they know it's a long race. They know how to handle themselves, and I'm sure that they'll be being nice and patient in the early going here. No point on trying to overexert yourselves this early on. One car going 3 wide up the high side. That's Noah Swaffer, the DuPont number 17 MWMF Motorsports driver, dropping down as he's going to find himself on the outside looking in. A couple of cars. Oh, boy. Oh, we got big problems over here in turn 2. Sean Kaiser low on the racetrack. One more car down on the apron. I think that might have been Matt Cherry. So something going awry on the approach down to turn 1. Let's try to find out what happened, potentially around where Ames was. So they're 3 wide up front. Ames in the middle of the pack. Starting to stack up. Look out for the stack up. And there goes Ames down onto the apron. Oh, and he got hit. There was a lot of cars that got kind of collected and discombobulated there. But I tell you what, a good job on this field to avoid that being any worse than it was. I'm sure it's a bit of annoyance, but they're going to be able to get themselves back. They can rally back and hope for a caution later on. I doubt this race will go caution-free. Sean Bounty leads the way. He's now pushed by Gossett, Bear Morton, and Matt Rucci, Tyler Grinnell. All leading the way. It's an outside line extravaganza as we make our way down to the turn numbers 3 and 4. Cole Freilich in the mix of all of this. The winner from duel number 2. Tucked up right behind Maxwell Kroll, and he's got cars all around him right now. There you see the number 7 of Conda LaFrance up on the high side of the Zin number 7. Did he just get onto the apron there potentially a little bit? Coming around through through the tri-oval. Sorry, that's always a brave move to be making, but I think they're going to be able to get it more or less sorted amongst themselves. Towards the tail end of the field here, you still got a lot of drivers that are scrambling and jockeying for position. Then you check on all the guys further down the field. Swafford is down the field. Hayspear is down the field. Thomason, Peterson, and Muse have managed to link up. Teft trying to link up with Zachary Kreischer. Kreischer hooked up with Hobbs, Cherry, Kuno, and Ames. Sorry, Ames with his own driver here, Sean Kaiser. And then McColgan, Loya, and Dingler down to the tail end of the field. But right now, the Rebel Racing number 34 leads the way. Sean Bounty took some good, solid drives when we saw him out for some good racing action a little while ago. And we are hoping to see more from Sean Bounty this season. Could be a good run. Who knows what could pan out here. But right now for Bounty, he's content to ride. He's content to roll with it. He did pick up 3 wins last season. And wouldn't it be a good way to go after his championship than to go at it again? Unfortunately, got taken out in the round of 6 last season. Which is why we see him so far down the standings. He finished 5th, I believe, at the end of that championship, but still 2x2 all the way back to the 26th place driver of Josh Whiteman. Hunter Thrower still has not made an appearance on the racetrack this afternoon, so he'll officially be scored as 42nd, and right now marked as a DNS, did not start. Brett Rucker leading the way from the inside of the racetrack for the MWMF Motorsports number 69 entry. Maxwell Kroll, the main car behind him. See Robert Peterson trying to link up with LaFrance up on the high side of the racetrack as Cole Freilich is in the mix as well, trying to get something working with them. Right now, very tame start to this race already. 1/6 of the way through, working lap 10 of 60 this afternoon. The laps flying by quickly if you get through them without too many caution laps. There you see 2 more packs towards the tail end. Now, if this front pack here trails the brake a little bit, they could potentially link up with Kreischer and his crew further down the field and try to get something going with them. They could get about an 8-9 car pack linked up there. Wouldn't really be enough to catch up to the front runners, but it'd be enough to At least stop hemorrhaging time. Down the back straightaway. Not a lot of favoring into what line is really the most ideal here. Oh, careful with that three-car tandem down to the inside of the racetrack as 84 car, David Farmer, trying to get some momentum going, pushing Maxwell Kroll in to Brett Rucker. That's always a risky thing to do. Possible, but not advisable when it comes to iRacing. So the pack still making its way through as the 34, the 80, the 69 all under a blanket. Now the inside trying to find some more speed, and it looks like speed they have got. You see Brett Rucker making the move to get around Sean Bounty. Three-car, almost four-car tandem down to the bottom lane here. And try as he may, Tommy Gossett not really able to do much. And look at the gap that Brett Rucker pulled out there in 3 and 4 because of all that pushing. It's been a good start for Bounty here as you see Kroll getting a little bit upset or unsettled there as he drifted towards the middle groove, managed to get back down before anybody could really make anything of that. But look at how much that has fractured the inside's momentum. They have lost so much pace as a result, and Rucker's dropped all the way back to 5th. Got to be able to have some of that confidence in your pushing, buddy, and if they're making moves behind you like that, it's really hard to get a lot of that confidence in there. Oh, now Farmer jumping to the high side. Almost got into it with David Holzberg. 3 wide now with the 39 entry. Scott Griffin caught in the middle. Spencer Ray down low. They'll get it doubled out again. That got a little bit dicey there, though, last time by through 1 and 2. That could have been a bit of a nasty incident, but a good job on the field to manage to escape that more or less unharmed. And there might be some chirping going on the driver's radio now as a result of that move. Quite a few drivers still seeing what they got going for them here. Riding on board with James Silvers, one of the rookie drivers entering today out of Waynesville, North Carolina. Cornerstone Motorsports driver currently shoving Robert Peterson up on the high side of the racetrack, but oh boy, big stack up all around there. We got potential issues entering turn 3. That was a massive stack up all around there. Not sure what that was all about. So we made our way down the back straightaway. Take a look at this from above. Watch how bad the checkup was here all around coming down to the turn number 3. I mean, that is not something you want to see when you're the pusher. You don't have a lot of time to react to it. Tommy Gossett now leads the way. They have he and Sean Bounty have swapped. So Bounty now the main pusher. He's going to take the chance to save a bit of fuel here. Already 1/4 of the way through this race. The field still making their way cleanly through turn numbers 3 and 4. Checking in on that second little train here. They have actually linked the 2 trains up. So like I thought, they've got the 2 trains linked up. But the problem is right now, I don't really see them making up all that much time to the cars in front here. You compare the lap times, well, they did make up a good bit the last little while, and how about that? I mean, 0.08 of a second, they are closing, not by much, but they are closing. If they can just link up and get some momentum going, there is a very real possibility they can catch them before the end of this race. It'd be a long shot, but it's a chance. I'm going to jump way back to earlier in the race and try to get a good look on what happened here. This is, again, another look on that lap 5 incident that almost saw us go to caution number 1. There you see Nathaniel Ames cut down low, and then here in the back, some drivers get tangled together. They stack up on the outside line big time, and then right there, one car got turned into the middle. Sean Kaiser scrambled down low. One got into the wall, but what could have been a nasty incident ends up being no worse than only about 4 or 5 cars or so. Well, Freilich caught in the what we call the sucker hole as he is forced all the way back to 17th. He'll link up with Justin Wilson on the high side. There's the 55 car of Shiflett down low. Nathan Shiflett on a good recovery drive, plus 22 on the day so far. He crashed out on lap 2 of his duel. And now he is trying to push his way up to the front. See what he's got for the field. Matt Rucci up top. Here we go. 3 wide. Starting to become more prevalent as Rucci goes 3 wide to the high side. Greneau, LaFrance in the middle. 69 to 19 both down low, and that's allowing a 3-car breakaway up front with Gossett, Boundy, and Morton. If there's anybody I would trust to go 3 wide, it would probably be Rucci. He's got a great reputation for being able to handle himself in a tight spot like that. And Rucci's going to be able to link up now with the top 3. He'll, in fact, jump down low. And now Gossett jumps down low as well. So Tommy Gossett hopping to the low side of the racetrack, trying to fend off Rucci. Rucci's not having it. Rucci to the top side. He's going for the lead. He's trying to be pushed by Sean Boundy. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Cole Freilich just flashed out. You can't have that when you're in the middle of 3 wide at Daytona. And the kart chasing number 15 Cameron will get his connection stabilized. But right now, a battle between Boundy and Rucci, v. Greneau and Gossett for the race lead. 1/3 of the way through this race. 40 laps to go. Caution! We have a crash. Not sure where or for what. The yellow flag does come out. Unless nope. Okay, that's what I thought. They do have stages. Stage points are awarded at 35% of this race. That would be right here. So this was the end of the stage lap here. But again, not sure what the caution was for. Potentially, Colby Muse will try to get a look back and look to find out what happened here. Colby Muse way off of the back of the field here. He's all the way in this second train here. Oh, drifts up. Oh, careful. 3 wide. 12 on the bottom, 60 up high. And they just get sandwiched. That'll do it. Heavy lick into the outside wall for all 3 cars. So that was Colby Muse getting involved. Jeremiah Hobbs. And then Scott Thomason as well. It's a little bit unfortunate there for Colby Muse. He didn't really do anything wrong. He just kind of got caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that will send us to stage number 1 at the end of things. And Matt Rucci will pick up top stage points this afternoon. Here comes everybody down and into pit road. No surprises here on seeing the entire field coming down to the lane. It's Boundy. Pit stop at the head of the field. Whoa! Holy! Who the heck was that coming in hot? That was the 55. Is everybody going to make their way out? But the 55 car, talk about coming in hot. Shiflett, what was that, my friend? Right on board with Nathan Shiflett here as he makes his way through. He is back in the field here. Well, riding them all the way down pit road. He did catch the wall, I think, a little bit. Oh, bit of a hit. Tell you what, that worked out for him, though. He manages to roll into his pit stall. All of that, and we will get cars back out onto the racetrack. Bear Morton picks up the lead of the race. Eric Parson having not stopped. Same story for Whiteman and Kuno. Not sure if I agree with that call. But Tommy Gossett takes home the second place finish for the stage. Can't get a touch with Matt Rucci. We can get a touch with the runner-up, though. We'll see if we can get a word with him. Tommy Gossett, there's no ramble up here in the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
I do.
Well, you finished number 2 in stage number 1. It was awful close, though, coming up to before that caution flag came out. Your thoughts on the racing so far?
It's been good. The more clean and green, the better.
Overall, do you have any highs or hopes on the day? What do you think you can do with that number 80 car before the end of the night?
Anything less than a win is going to be disappointing for me.
Gunning for the win, then, it would seem. Do you reckon you'll have any challenges getting that done, or should this be a straightforward race going forward?
Oh, it's plate racing. You got to put yourself in a good position. It's not all about luck. You got to position yourself right to be able to get there and get it done.
All right, we wish you the best of luck. About to go green here. Good luck in stage 2.
Appreciate it.
Now, normally, there is not any yellow flags in the stages. That caution, of course, coming out for an actual crash on the racetrack. I thought it might have been for the stage for a moment, but nope, it was for a crash. By the way, those drivers that did not pit under that caution flag, they did come down pit road. You see Spencer Ray making his way out of pit road. Jeremiah Hobbs and Colby Muse still stopped in pit road. So green flag will be coming on out, this time by just 6 laps shy of halfway. Barrett Morton leads the way, Boundy to his outside. Field only for Morton. Right sides for Boundy, LaFrance, and Greneau. 4 for just about everybody else. iRacing pace car will make the look into pit road. And Bear Morton will lead us into the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Well, that incident was the incident that the second pack was hoping for, because now they can try and get themselves sorted with the head of the field again. Tyler Greneau immediately looking high, does not want to be the pusher. He will be shoved clear by Sean Boundy to the point. Tommy Gossett tries to go low. Sean Boundy covers him off and goes for the lead himself. A lot of drivers slicing and dicing, trying to go for top spots here this afternoon. And look at about, what is that, a 16-car breakaway from the field, 15 or so? Still a good launch from this pack, and that was a good long salvo of laps that we had to kick off racing action this afternoon as well. So I feel like we're going to have a good race this afternoon. Brett Rucker caught in the middle. Farmer up high. Brannigan up high. They're going to go 3 wide. Gassione goes with them, as does the 7 of Holscher. Wilson also goes up high. Nobody wanted to work with that 69 car in the middle lane right now. So for now, it is Gossett, Morton, Bounty, LaFrance, and more. Two very solid lanes, and this time no big mid-pack separation. A few stragglers down off at the tail end, but for the most part, looking strong. One notable driver that has dropped off of this, Cole Freilich. Saw a lot out of him early on. He decided to come down to pit road a second time under that caution, top up on fuel. It has not gone his way. He is now well off of the leading pack, and he needs a caution to get himself back into contention. So Gossett continues to lead the way. He has led quite a few laps so far this afternoon, and it seems like this lead has been traded back and forth between Bounty and Gossett more than anybody. So it's understandable why he wants to go for the W. Here goes Holscher making his way up the middle with Rucker in tow. The two teammates going at it. Two Zen cars up the middle side. And Rucker can't get a nose in down low, as David Holscher quickly gets up front. Brett Rucker keeps trying to open up a third middle groove to try and make a run for, but his big problem has been he just doesn't have anybody going with him, and that's his huge problem right now. Turning lap number 30. As Gossett and Robert Peterson will now be the main two down low. They'll link up with Barrett Morton and Connor LaFrance. Sean Bounty still leading the drive up top. And now, ooh, look out. Connor LaFrance and Robert Peterson both going to jump aggressively to the high side. Somebody should tell these guys the stage has passed. It's just a straight shot from here to the end now. So off the turn number 4, 30 down, 30 to go. We're halfway at Daytona. Now David Farmer trying to open up a middle lane. He's going to quickly jump back down in line. Nobody wanting to go with him at the moment. One car jumping down underneath the line. That is Jonathan Casebeer trying to give up spots. He will drop all the way to the tail end. Not comfortable with what he saw up the road. Oh, boy. They might not be comfortable with that move there, as you saw Swabber make an aggressive lane change down low. You got to be aggressive in these cars, though. They are so aero-dependent at tracks like this that one mistake and we'll see you losing any kind of draft, even if you're about a quarter second back without any help. Jacob Noyes up to the outside, almost into the outside wall. He's now going to tuck in line behind Shiflett. Inside's got some momentum going for it as we make our way down the back straightaway. Barrett Morton pushing strong. Meanwhile, LaFrance struggling to hook up with Robert Peterson. Davey Hazard, saw him make some big moves in his dual race earlier on. Now he is looking to get him into the top 3. Morton, I don't like that about how Morton kind of looked to the middle and then got back down. Gotta be predictable at a track like this, and that is not being predictable. One car up the road, that is Jeremiah Hobbs, making his way around through 3 and 4, and he is going to be caught in about 2-3 laps or so by this leading pack. Down by a good 10 miles an hour of speed right now for him. Still, double file is always the name of the game, and we're not expecting to see anything different until we get pretty deep into the running this afternoon. Gossett jumps low. There's C. Hobbs. Trucking along as he makes his way into turn number 3. Now, I think a pressing question that quite a few drivers are having, where's the big one going to come at? It's tradition almost on iRacing to have a big one at some point in one of these races. High Tide Racing League, when they came here, they had 4. SRA had 3 when they were last out. They're commonplace. And in these Gen 7 cars, it does not take much to send them around. .25 laps to go at the line. And there's quite a bit of action that's been going on all throughout this field so far, and I've been a big fan of the racing that we've seen. How about this pack of 5 here? This is Purcell, Grant Peterson, Swafford Ames, and Case Beer. He kind of dropped off of the leading group, but they've been working together, and they've been able to mitigate their losses. And with them being double file up the road, they could draft their way up. They can get some good momentum working with them. Now Hobbs, 3 wide in the middle, is into the outside wall. That's checking up the whole pack right now. LaFrance up top with no help. Everyone fanning into the middle. Groove, look out! 1 car down low. Maxwell Kroll slides into the infield. He'll get it back sorted. Can he get onto the racetrack without problems? Entering turn 3, he'll manage to work his way out there, but a nervy moment for the number 19. So that's going to split this pack up a little bit more. You can see that was going to come from one place or another. It's just a shame that it came from right there. Maxwell Kroll was in the top 10. He drops all the way to 35th after this. He's got hooked. But again, a phenomenal job to keep that car underneath him. Sean Bounty up on the high side. Farmer right behind him. And I think... yeah, may have drifted up a little bit into Bounty. Well, the pack got itself sorted up again, and now we're 3 wide through the middle. Oh, trouble behind! Look out! Cars into the outside wall, sliding down the racetrack. The 14 of Blaine Brink. The one that comes to rest facing the wrong direction. Oh, no, 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 no. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, don't do that. Blaine, you can't do that. First thing I thought was immediately back to Austin McColgan, Indianapolis last season. Did the exact same thing. Drove right across the racetrack and took out Brett Rucker. No need for that. That is... why? Why would you do that? Well, Blaine Brink, he just drifted up in the middle of 3 wide, put himself into the wall with Terrell Wheeler, his own teammate. Wheeler with a broken right front goes down to the inside, and the 14 goes back into the outside wall. Not a bad crash, though. Just a bit of a bent-up race car for a few drivers in the middle of that. Grant Peterson was able to make it through. Right aboard with Peterson. Did a good job, saw it coming, just slowed up, did lose some spots, but he's going to cut right through the middle. And now this is on board with Brink. Spins it out, backs it into the outside wall again, and he can see the whole field up the road coming at him still. He can see him coming at him. Holy cow. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I mean, it shows so little respect for your fellow competitors. Come on, man. This is on board with Josh Whiteman. He was slowing up and sees all of a sudden, look at this. I mean, that is way too close for comfort. And then same deal for Kroll. I mean, just, if Kroll did not make that correction down to the infield, he absolutely would have been taken out. That is inexcusable. Hold the brakes. That's all you got to do. You don't need to get off the racetrack like that. Few cars in a pit row. Brett Rucker, Stefan Brissell, Swafford, Parson, Kroll, Brink, and more. Daniel Ames has pulled off the racetrack and looking like he might have called it quits. Not sure why or what happened there for the 28 car. We'll try to get a word in with one of the drivers here that got involved in that. We'll bring Terrell Wheeler up to the broadcast booth. Terrell, this is Noel Rempel up here. You got a copy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was a bit unfortunate to tangle up with you and your teammate there. Sees quite a bit of damage on that 43 car. How's it looking?
Right now we are good. We went in and got a fast repair real quick. It's a bummer we already had to use a fast repair before the big one at the end, but just kind of unfortunate because it wasn't meant to happen like that. It's just everyone was kind of checking up, and everyone checked up really hard, and everyone just kind of tangled up there. And I barely got hit into the wall and broke some stuff. And it's all good though. We'll finish it off strong.
You mentioned a good finish, potentially still on the cards for you, but with no quick repair, is that going to adjust how that race pans out for you later on here?
Yeah, I think for now, since we're kind of, midway through this race, getting towards the end here, probably ease off for a bit and see the last 10 laps how aggressive it starts to get, and then usually the last 5 laps it gets super aggressive, so hopefully keep her clean till the last 5 laps and see where we end.
Sounds like a solid plan. We'll wish you the best of luck. Good luck out there, Terrell.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Well, Terrell Wheeler out of Bismarck, North Dakota, for LGR Motorsports, currently sitting 35th after colliding with his teammate. We'll go 1 lap to green here, 20 laps on the boards. So everybody from about 25th on down, so Cole Freilich on back, came down under this pit stop for another set of fuel, some for some tires, some for damage repairs. Tommy Gossett and David Farmer right now are both leading the way, with James Silvers up in 3rd, Morton in 4th, LaFrance in 5th, and Davey Hazard brings it up in 6th. 41 cars started this race. 39 remain on the racetrack, and those 39 are also all still on the lead lap. "31 people watching along live right now on Green Flying TV. To those people, we welcome all of you along, and we'll hope you'll be joining us for all of our other shows throughout the course of the week, and of course for the rest of the OMSRL Cup Series going forward. This is the first of 4 back-to-back season openers that we've got in our racing action this week, with more on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Base car is off. Tommy Gossett to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. And Justin Wilson immediately cutting to the inside, so issues setting in for Wilson right off the hitch here. See what happened to him. As the back marker is number 09, he goes. Wow. Oh, his motor blew. Engine expired for the Universe 09. Good heads up to get down to the inside, but look at the pack separation. 1 second already from Shiflett back to Dingler. So Gossett leads the way in pack 1. Griffin now leads the way in pack 2, and they are bumping and banging back here as well, trying to get some runs going. They're now 1.4 seconds off of the leading pack, and they are dropping fast. So you got the top 16 all under a blanket, and then here's 17th on back, still trying to get single file down, and I think they got something working for each other now, so they might be able to have some better runs going. Outside lanes seeming to be the favored line from a lot of drivers in this leading group right now. Nobody wanted to take that chance of jumping down to the low side, so you got Gossett up top, Farmer up top, Silvers, LaFrance, Grinnell, Brannigan and McColgan all up on the high side where you get the first bit of side-by-side around 7th. There you see Austin McColgan jumping down low. He's going to try to make a run down the bottom lane here as he gets himself working towards the Daytona Super Stretch and towards turn 3. Second pack continued to drop, by the way. They are now back by 2.4 seconds. So they are losing out, and there is Justin Wilson still trying to make it around real slow. I don't think he's going to make it back to pit road, honestly. I'm going to be brutally honest with you here, Justin. You would have lost less time if you just stopped and towed. He's now lost 2 laps as a result of that. But he is keeping it off the racetrack, so no caution for now. We'll keep it green. Two by two. The front pack, a little, oh, trouble! Multi-car crash back straightaway. Caution comes out for the 3rd time tonight as multiple cars go spinning. Wilson, Kreiser, Freilich, Loya, all getting collected. On the back straightaway. Rewind, goes wrong. Freilich gets in it with the 4. Collides with the 19, and then multiple cars bouncing down the inside. Maxwell Kroll with a near miss, and I think Sean Kaiser might have escaped disaster there as well. Multiple cars, though, going around, and not the restart we were hoping to have, but that's good news for everybody ahead of this. They can now get themselves back up into contention. It's a pretty hefty lick into the wall. Did you see Freilich taking out the 56 car? Man, oh man. That was Blaine Brink sliding into the infield. Just managed to get that car underneath him. Right on board with Sean Kaiser, who was right behind it. Talk about making a lunge down to the inside to get around that. He'll ruin a 0x race, but I think anybody will take that over having a torn up race car. So 15 laps to go. We are under the yellow flag for the third time this afternoon. We're going to take a step back. We return. It's more action on Green Flag TV.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to Green Flag TV. Just about to return to Green Flag Racing with 12 laps left on the docket. Tommy Gossett still stands as your race leader alongside David Farmer up top. McColgan, Silvers, LaFrance, Morton for the first three rows. iRacing pace car makes its look into pit road. Green flag is back in the air. We're into the closing stages now, so now you really start to see a lot of that anticipation and a lot of that intensity starting to ramp up. You cannot afford to hang around much longer and wait. You have really got to make those moves if you want to get to the front, especially if for some of these guys towards the tail of the field. Right now, K-Spear, Parson, and everybody behind him losing touch with the leading group. Tommy Gossett told us earlier he would very much like to go for a race win this afternoon. And it is very much on the cards for him. It's all eyes on the leading group as they fight their way down the back straightaway. Austin McColgan, Barrett Morton with a good drive down on the low side. But Morton just can't do anything. Oh, look out, looking for three, looking at four. Morton down into the grass, heads up as he gets into it with Silver. Morton sideways, crashing up in turn number 1. Down the front straight out of the triangle. It's the big one on the front stretch as we got cars scattering everywhere. 5, 6, 7, they are still piling in back here. They're still wrecking. Eric Parson is involved. Huge crash on the front straightaway. That went about as poorly as that could have possibly gone. It started out okay, and then it was anything but. Take a look on what happened here. So the 4 of Silver's comes down. Morton goes into the grass. And then completely unrelated, Gossett just hooks McColgan. McColgan might have come with the racetrack a little bit. Puts Farmer into the wall. Everybody scrambles down low to avoid. And then the 20 hits Rucci. Around goes Morton. Holy cow, the 7. Wow, Holscher. Just getting around that, and oh boy, Gossett almost had a huge hit there. And then Blaine Brink just came screaming in. Took out others. Wild scenes on the front stretch. Coming down to the front straightaway. There you see them. There they all go. Quite a few cars might be done as a result of that. You can already see them all stacking up back here as well. So it wasn't entirely on Silver's. Just a big concertina looked like it had just kind of devolved. There you see everyone piling in behind him. Blaine Brink just never really slowed down for that. Let's ride on board with the 14. It's now down in 33rd because of this. Lifts a little, goes low. Okay, credit to him, he tried. He did try, he just tried too little too late. And now this is with Holscher. Dallas Holscher just barely gets through this, and this is how. Jeez Louise, what an avoidance there. Talk about parting the seas. So James Silvers, out of all of that, picks up the lead of the race. And we're going to be making our way up and around now as a result. Wow, that got up there though. That was That was a bit of a nervy moment for a few drivers, and you could tell some potentially might be a little bit more happier with the results of that than others. We'll talk to one of the drivers that got the first pieces of that. Bear Morton, we'll replicate for the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, but I got you.
Well, that was not the most ideal of runs there. You do end up in the grass, but I think for the most part, looking like you managed to avoid the worst of that. But kind of walk us through your view of that big one.
I don't know, come off the corner, just pushing Austin, and got doored, and in the grass I try to ease my way up, and got hit again, and I thought I was clear of it, and I saw the wreck happening behind me, and the next thing I know, I'm spinning backwards. So, hopefully it doesn't completely ruin my chances.
31st place right now, 6 laps to go, potentially, but we're taking the green flag. What's your thoughts on what might be in store for you? Do you reckon you still got a shot to go for some good spots?
Man, I don't know. Just avoid all the carnage here. It's about to get crazy. So, you guys over there at green flag better hold on to your heads, because it's going to get nuts here in a minute.
Now, we buckled in about 53 laps to go, rest assured, but we'll let you go back to work. Good luck out there.
All right, man. Thank you.
Barrett Morton currently will be restarting. He has moved his way up to 29th. The driver out of Louisville, Kentucky. It will be a 6-lap sprint to the end. Now, I have no confidence that we're going to get to the end of this race under green flag conditions. But it has happened. But you look at the average of late race restarts like this on iRacing. You look at the aggressive field that we're going to have here, along with quite a few heavy hitters right up at the top. Yeah, not so sure. Coming to the end of caution number 4 as the iRacing pace car will make its way into pit road. Silvers gets on the loud pedal. We're back underway. Well, it didn't take long for Greno to get the elbows out as he's going to go to the top side. Abandoned Silvers from down low. Gassione links up with the CSM teammate. Sean Bowdy going to go with him. Robert Peterson going to go help out Silvers down low. Well, there we go. Caution is out. Wrecking big turn 2. Multiple cars still spinning around. Cole Freilich caught the wall. 3, 4, 5 at least that are involved. Well, France is involved. Wilson, McColgan are all in there. Oh, something went wrong off of the jump. LaFrance is still in the grass. They were 3 wide. Dawson in the middle. Teft came down, and LaFrance was just innocent bystander. Heavy hit up into the outside wall. There you see David Farmer get involved. There's McColgan's involvement. As McCall goes up into the outside wall, and LaFrance will slide down. There's Freilich just getting through that. And, oh, head on with Justin Wilson. That's all it takes. That big lick in the outside wall for McColgan comes down, and then 75 of Davey Hasser got turned into the fence. He may have been given a helping hand from behind. He sure did. He got some help from the Reams car. And that was Mark Brannigan Jr. that ran him over. And a little loose. Probably should have been checking up a little bit more than that, but it is what it is. That's super speedway racing for you. Conor LaFrance has taken the tow to pit road, and it looks like we'll get a nat green-white checkered with this. Move through the field. We'll give a quick chat here to one of the rookies that we haven't had a chance to talk about much all night long. Let's bring Jeremiah Hobbs up into the broadcast booth. Jeremiah, this is Noel Rempel up here for Green Flag TV. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's been a good start for you so far. Plus 17 on the day, top 15, a victory within sight. What do you reckon is going to be in store these last 2 laps?
I probably know as best as you do or any of the viewers out there. I mean, we've had 2 big ones back to back. I know these guys up front, we could do it. Pretty clean restart right there, but I think it's more of a guessing game of who's going to make that 3rd line first. So I know our discount tire Ford is ready for it. I think we've been steady, just trying to stay out of everything, but who knows? It's really a guessing game of blackjack at this point.
Season-long aspirations. Obviously, this is just your first start of what will hopefully be many, but do you already have any season-end goals, or what's going to be the game plan?
It's kind of fun being a rookie. I've jumped around from league to league, so Rookie of the Year would be a nice little award to add to the little checklist of things I want. But other than that, just having fun, really. Just trying to get a good finish every race and get to know some new guys and enjoy the racing most part. This is my first time ever being in Cup, so it's a new experience for me as well.
I like it. Well, we'll let you get back to work. Good luck out there on the restart. I believe, where did I pull you from? Sorry.
Midwest Motorsports.
Figured as much. Thank you so much. We'll see you later, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah Hobbs will be restarting his race 15th place in the Midwest Motorsports Stream out of Lockwood, Colorado. And if I have completely mispronounced that township, I am 100% sure I'll get an earful of it after this race. But it'll be a nat green-white checkered, so we are not in overtime territory yet. But another caution will put us there. Racing-wise, traditionally, this league has run with 3 overtime attempts throughout the course of their history. I've not heard anything about this system changing throughout the course of the afternoon. So up to 3 attempts and potentially 4 more crashes in us before the day is over. Right now, we draw to the end of caution number 5. Austin Gassion really laying back here. Now he's going to try to get back up there. That could cause a bit of a stack up here for those that weren't ready for it behind. Got to be careful for that. Green flag is going to be out this time by... Just got to make it around another 2.5 miles to take the white flag. Geico restart zone is in view. Tyler Grinnell waits for the end of it. Now he goes. Green flag is in the air. 2 laps to go with regulation time. "31 cars still on the racetrack, all with potential chances to go for W's this afternoon. Like Hobbs said, it's all going to be about who chooses to open up that 3rd lane. Renault links up with his teammate. Griffin thought about the 3rd lane. Renault up to the wall, trying to keep that 3rd lane from being open. Down to the start finish line this time by. We're now fully up to speed. Do we get off of turn 4 clean? We'll make it back. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go at Daytona. Robert Peterson looks to the inside. Gassion still shoving his teammate clear. Tyler Grinnell, last time he was at this race, he ended the race on his side across the start-finish line. This time, trying to go for a win. Robert Peterson looking for whatever he can muster down on the low side of the racetrack. Drifting, oh, crash, big crash entering turn 3. Huge crash, 5, 10, a dozen and more. 1 upside down. It's a drag race off 4. Renault coming to the line. Peterson gets dumped into the infield. And Gassion pushes Tyler Renault to the win at Daytona. Robert Peterson crosses the line in 7th, but a monster crash coming out of turn number 3 will put a swift end to what could have been a monumental finish. Falls apart on the last lap as Silvers and Peterson got tangled up, and it was over. Still got cars into the grass. Ryan Dingler is demolished. He is trying to get back. He's not going to do so. And Tyler Grinnell will become the first winner from the outhouse to the penthouse with the driver out of Roxbury, New Jersey. Grinnell will burn it down with his first win of 2025. Maybe. He's thinking about it. Solid drive for Grinnell this afternoon. Did everything he had to do in order to get the win. Let's take a look on what happened coming around through turn numbers 3 and 4 on that final lap in just a moment here, because boy, you want to talk about the big one. That is the big one. It fell apart on the back straightaway, entering turn number 3. 4 wide, doesn't fit at Daytona. And they just bottled it up big time back here. There you see the 84 of David Farmer get up on his roof. He got hit by Grant Peterson and Justin Wilson. Carried all the way around, still on his lid. Then got tagged once more by Loya. Loya spun it off the final corner, and Farmer came down to rest. He did finish 25th, so he was able to pick up some spots as a result of that, but jeez. A nasty, nasty crash. You already see him wrecking up front. There you see Barry Moore take a vicious lick into the wall. And this was everyone down behind, kind of piling in late in this. Loya cut down low, tried to get around, and ended up driving right through an upside-down race car. Tough rate, though, for David Farmer. He was running a pretty darn good race, all things considered, but physics said no this day. You see him just get pinned in between the 10 and the 96, and goes for a ride. Get one more look from the air over this. Surprised that car ended up on all fours afterwards, but good on him, I guess. But yep, Gossett tried to go over 4. Swafford, Peterson, and Holscher were already there. Holscher made it out of that, surprisingly enough. And no one else behind them really did. Boy, a wild race, though, this afternoon. And, well, we'll get the chance now to take a rundown of your official post-race results from the World Center of Racing at the end of the day. As it is going to be Tyler Greneau taking home the W this afternoon. It's an ESM 1-2, as a matter of fact, with Austin Gassion picking up the second spot. Matt Sherry was in third, Silvers in fourth. Sean Bounty was in fifth with Scott Griffith in sixth, Peterson in seventh, Rucker at eighth, Ray in ninth, and Holscher closes out the top 10. From there, Sean Connors in 11th, Tommy Gossett in 12th, Nathaniel Evans in 13th, Cole Freilich in 14th, Gage Teff back in the number 15 spot along with Nathan Shiflett, Stephen Purcell, McColgan, Peterson, and Rucci will close out the top 20. Continuing on down through the field, you're going to have Maxwell Kroll, Noah Swafford. Excuse me, lost his spot for a moment. Jared Kuno, Jonathan Casebeer, David Farm, Aaron Morton, Adrian Loya, Josh Whiteman, Zachary Christ, Jeremiah Hobbs, and then the back portions of the grid will be Ryan Dingler, Mark Brannigan Jr., Terrell Wheeler, Davey Hazard, Justin Wilson, Connor LaFrance, Jacob Noyes, Blaine Brink, Eric Parsons, Scott Thomason, and Colby Muse with Hunter Thrower not making the start over the race this afternoon. Well, we got the chance to give a chit-chat here to all the drivers that put on a good show this afternoon. We'll look to start off first and foremost with Tyler Greneau, as it is Eastern Stars Motorsports driver to come home and take the win this afternoon. And, well, Tyler, I know this win is probably feeling extra special. The last time you were out here, you got into it against Teff coming to the checkered flag. You ended up losing out on that race. You got kicked upside down and onto your side after the checkered flag during the big one. This time, you outlast the big one behind you, and you walk right off to take the W this afternoon. Walk us through the race.
Yeah, it definitely makes up for last year after having such a good race last year and it finishing the way it did. But this year's even better. I think I was in the top 10 just about all race, and then to win the heat race and just stay up front, it was awesome. And shout out to Austin for sticking with me there that whole last couple of laps and getting the job done.
Overall, it's been a solid drive this afternoon. I know last season there were a lot of highs, there were a lot of lows. You weren't able to make the playoff rounds last season, but given that you have started this race finishing on top, do you reckon well, not a playoff run of the cards, but do you reckon a championship run is on the cards for you?
Yeah, hopefully we can, like you said, last year we had a lot of highs, but the lows are very low, and I missed out on the playoffs by like 6 or 7 points, I think it was, so hopefully we can keep it like this and just keep rolling the whole season and have no problem with the points.
Well, fingers crossed. Wish you all the best of luck. That DeWalt Camry looks good on victory lane. Coming on up next week, we swing on out to Homestead Miami Speedway, a very different racetrack to today. What's your take on it?
Yeah, very different. Lots of different lines. It could be hot and slick, and then, be real loose. And so it's going to be a driver's track, and it should be fun.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. Once again, we'll see you next week in Homestead, still in Florida.
Thanks, Nolan.
Tyler will finish this race top of the boards. His teammate, Austin Gassion, will come home to finish number 2 to cap off the ESM 1-2 finish this afternoon. And Austin, you're able to come home and rally back from some of the controversies from last season strong by helping your teammate to victory lane. Were you thinking about going for the win yourself there at the end?
No. I just wanted to help my teammate as much as possible because it's better to have friends on your team than it is to make enemies. But yeah, it was a fun finish there. Matt and Robert gave it everything at the finish there to try to take it away from Ty or me, and yeah, I wasn't gonna try to make a move on him because me and him are close buddies, and I wouldn't want to screw him over like that.
Well, overall, it's looking good for you so far. You were into the playoffs last championship run. No playoffs, though, this season with a straight points run. How do you reckon that's going to shake up with you?
I think I prefer the style we are playing this year and not the playoffs, because it's a lot more about consistency and not kind of like luck with like the 2 tracks that are in that round. So hopefully we can stay consistent all season long overall, as individually and as a team. And at the end of the year, hopefully I'll be champion, and hopefully we'll also be team champions.
I wish the best of luck then. Homestead Miami coming on up this coming week. What do you think is going to be in store for you?
Hopefully another good finish. Hopefully, hopefully in top 5. I like that track. It's generally a loose track, which is usually my favor. Tire saving, and if we go on a long run, it's I feel like I'm pretty good there. So hopefully we stay green, stay clean, stay out of trouble like we did today, except for some minor mishaps, and hopefully have one place better or be talking again as a podium position.
We'll see you next week then in Miami. Congratulations on number 2 this afternoon.
Thank you.
Osagacion comes home second this afternoon, and we got one more podium driver to talk to this afternoon. It is the Badger Racing number 54 of Matt Cherry making his return this afternoon. And, well, Matt, it's a good, strong return for you for the Bass Pro Shops number 54 as you pick up the podium with Barrett Morton having his troubles there trying to get down to the line. Overall, talk through those last few laps.
Oh, man, it was great. It's just there wasn't much we could do there on the bottom. Nobody wanted to go with us, and everything was on the wall. I was going to try to go 3 wide through the middle, but I just never could get anybody to go with me. I fell back several positions trying it earlier in the race, and I just lucky enough we got 3rd tonight.
As far as this championship goes, it's been a hot minute since we've seen that 54 entry out of the racetrack. I believe since the Truck Series, we haven't really seen you around. Are you back to be running full time with OMSRL?
Yeah, I come back over here to run full time. The last time I ran was I think it was Martinsville in the Truck Series. I just took a little bit of a break, and they're running the Cup cars over here now, so I thought I'd come over here and give them a try. It's been a couple of months since I've been in one of these cars. I still got to get used to it.
Well, you've got a good team with you in order to help you come to grips with it, but that team can be quite competitive as well. Are you going to go for teamwork this season or for personal glory?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. I like to hear it. Well, Matt, Homestead Miami is coming on up next week. We'll wish you the best of luck. For now, congratulations on 3rd.
I appreciate it.
Matt Cherry, for the driver to Scottsville, Kentucky, comes home in the number 3 spot this afternoon. And, well, with that is about going to be all the time we have for one afternoon. What a wild way, though, to kick off the racing season. And there's still a long way to go as well. When we return on Green Flag TV tomorrow night, it'll be another season opener. You got the Beer League out at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. And then on Friday, the PRA Rev Limit Workshop Pro Series has their opener at Daytona. Same format, same distance, in fact. And then we stay at Daytona as well on Saturday for the SRA IEL Truck Series. Before we swing down over to, just down the coast to Miami for round number 2. If you want to find out more who we are, what we can offer you, check us out today at www.greenflagtv.com. What a wild way to kick off the season, and if that's how the season opener went, we are in for a wild show throughout the first season of 2025. Thanks so much for joining us. My name's Little Rempel. We'll see you all next week in Miami.